How's it going, folks? Brian Cusco here at Triple B. You ever wonder what it's like for a young man in his 30s trying to make a life for himself in the reptile world? Well, today's guest, Mr. Forrest Fanning of RepTek, is going to let you know just how it is. He's going to tell us some things that, by his own account, he probably shouldn't be saying on camera. So let's stop wasting time already and get into it. You're watching Triple B TV.
This is 17% alcohol.
I mean, have you ever been anywhere cool, like, you know, herping like Indonesia or anything like that? Or
No.
No? You just kind of sit around home?
Yeah, no.
For the most part.
Indonesia is the coolest place I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trip. I'm hoping to do some big stuff this year. I have a trip planned with my best friend Cody Bartolini and Joe Touchet. We're going to go to Guyana, and they're going to be looking for a lot of venomous stuff. I'm going to be looking for emeralds, so
wow,
that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, dude, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, we were lucky when we went to Indonesia because I went there expecting a jungle, if you remember my attire, and it wasn't as much of a jungle as I thought it was going to be. Still seeing a ton of crazy stuff. Like, we didn't have to go through like a lot of the uncomfortable parts of field herping in the jungle to do the cool things we did. So I think this trip is going to be more of that. I'll probably be complaining a lot.
That's
this
time
I'll probably
standard forest stuff.
Yeah, standard forest stuff, and I'll bring streetwear. You know, and then I'll need all that jungle stuff that I brought last time.
So wait. I don't think ever. How did you get into reptiles?
Into reptiles, I mean, just the same as everybody else. Just
you think we all do the same exact thing?
You people, you know. I mean, really, I got into it heavy in my late teens and early 20s through like looking at the Ralph Davis forums and seeing a lot of what was going on the business side of herps. I always loved animals growing up, always loved reptiles. I had pet reptiles as a younger teen, but just seeing the journal and seeing the business aspect of it and just everything that was going on. My first big show, well, actually rewind a little bit, meeting Lindy for the first time, kind of similar to you. I was on my way to Lindy's, and there was this place in Rockland where this guy had a little shop and he was selling ball pythons and you know, doing the ball python thing, living the dream. And then just getting to Lindy's and meeting Lindy and his energy and just seeing him and what he was all about. At that point in time, I was already pretty into rodents and wanting to do that because I seen that was like a consistent way to kind of back what you were doing from seeing Ralph on the journals and from seeing that and then going to Lindy's where he had a big commercial rodent operation and employees and he'd sell me my feed and stuff. And I went from there and just kind of, you know, being what I call a calculator cowboy, just, you know, dreaming with numbers all day long and doing that thing. That's kind of where it got me here today, and it's just out of control.
Of course, you got the Gramenea and stuff that you're working with.
Yeah, Abronia, I'm just absolutely obsessed with. I've got in the teens as far as the amount of species that I have.
Oh, wow.
I've got some stuff, you know, hardly even know what it is, colors of all types, and that's really my passion. I'm putting way too much into that. I got a whole, like, since you've been at my place, we built 2 new rooms. I'm just finishing the first room now. That's the Abronia room. I'm taking these 2 rooms and trying to see if I can hone my skills in building full-scale zoo exhibits so I can move on to that next phase of where I want to go with my career and my life with this, which is having something open to the public. So
yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah,
that's
for
sweet.
Sure.
It's nice to have the space out there. The last time I was there, you had everything in the. Is everything still in the house, kind of, or you built a?
No, so now I hired a manager. And he lives in the house. He's handling like all that other side of the business for me. And now I'm actually living in my snake room in miserable conditions, and I'm building these other two.
Where all the emeralds are and all that
Yeah, like I actually have a couch.
Yeah,
I'm actually living in that room and building out these other 2 rooms. It's I shouldn't be saying this on camera, like it's super embarrassing. But but it's actually always been like this. I mean, like me and my best friend Cody, it's like when we were coming up in the game, it was like, you know, he would have a mattress in his closet and all the snakes would be in this room, and then like our hallway would be all reptiles, and then, you know, a bunch of stuff over in my room. And all along the way, you know, I'm 32 years old now, and I've been doing this since my late teens, you know, trying to do this full time for a living. And all along the way, it's just been sacrificing for reptiles. So it's been like, this money's got to go here so I can do this. And it seems like no matter how much money was made that year, no matter how big it is, it's always just a consistent sacrifice for wanting bigger and better, you know, more for your animals, more for your setup, more for the security of the setup. And a lot of people don't think about those things when they think about raising animals, but when you get into a commercial size operation and you get into weeks like last week where I live, where it was -15 for multiple days in a row, or even out here, if you have a hot streak or if you have extreme weather conditions, you have to have a facility that's built for that. And that's so far outside the realm of what most, if you're like a car bro and you and your buddies, you're all just building muscle cars, or if you're a musician and you guys are getting all your sweet ass musician stuff, it's nothing compared to what we have to do to raise these animals in big numbers.
Things, the car you just park in the garage, the guitars you just put in a case, put it away. Yeah, it's a whole different world for sure.
And so like me and my friends, when we're joking around, it's always just like, man, imagine how sick our cars would be. Like, how sick would our boats be? Like, imagine all the dope gear we'd have, like, doing this or that if I wouldn't have went this route. I guess I try to step back then and say, hey, be thankful you're doing this for a living and you get to do stuff like we did when we went to Indo and literally have life-changing experiences and be fighting for keeping these animals in captivity and fighting for USR, putting money into that and giving back to the industry. That's what it's all about. So,
yeah, man.
Yep, I try to balance it and pretend at least that there's enough benefits to suffer through the hell of what we're doing.
Of living in your GTP room?
Yeah, of living in your GTP room when you're 32. I came here this weekend with my corns and I was like, man, if I almost wholesaled them all out today, and like I had a number like, for like the cheapest option with the home builder, like, hey, if I could sell all these corns this weekend, I could, go back and I'll just hand that money to them before it goes to Lindy or somebody else, important that I want to send it to. So.
Well, you keep working hard at it like that, man. You're gonna do just fine. Yeah, I think. You gotta sleep in your snake room sometimes. Yeah. I still sleep in my snake room sometimes.
For sure.
Not because I have to.
Yeah.
Or maybe because I have. I don't know.
Well, it's better living out here, man.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. You got to uphold a certain level of image in California.
More expensive. Yeah.
In Indiana, it's like, I'm still living better than my neighbors in my snake room. So.
Well, I think I might be moving out there soon then.
Yeah, no. If you could get 5 acres for, 100 and something thousand out here, I'd be all about it. But
well, I did do that.
You did?
Yeah.
For sure? How many acres?
It's 5.7.
Well, I hate you.
80K or 85K or whatever it was.
Damn, dude.
I mean, it's not a slope though. It's a heavy slope.
It's a heavy slope. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to dig it out, right?
Yeah.
Dig
it out, yeah.
All right. I got you.
But it's there.
That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that out here.
Central Coast is a whole different animal than down here in Southern California.
Okay. That's my favorite part up there. I mean, I really like that part of California.
Yeah, come up and visit me next time you come.
I need to.
Man.
How
sleep
far
in
are
my
you from
snake room?
Yeah, sleep in your snake room. I've seen your build and everything. It's sick, and I know we've talked about it, but it's just like the construction and all the skills. I think you already had most of the skills before
I learned them
jumping.
In the past couple of years.
Yeah, the past couple of years. But the skills that herps have forced me to take on are really a big part of this too, and a big part of my heart.
All-encompassing universe.
Yeah.
not just learning how to raise animals, you have to learn how to build buildings.
Yeah, and like the heavy plumbing. I keep crocodiles and turtles and stuff like that, water quality, HVAC, electrical, like all these different things, where before I just would call a buddy and force it on him, and now that's on me, now I gotta.
Well, hey man, what can we expect to see from you in the next year?
For me in the next year, hopefully you'll see me doing that trip with Joe Satowski and Cody Bartolini. I'm hoping to do 2 trips with Brian Barczyk. I'm hoping to do South Africa and Australia with him. You're gonna see just a lot of me obsessing over Mexican herps. To me, I have a slogan for my gig. It's like Mexico's the new Australia, and that's just because I love Abronia. I love Bothriechis. My buddy Cody, he's really working heavy on those. So those are like the palm vipers and rare montane rattlesnakes and stuff like that out there. I think Mexico is just the most exciting place ever. I'm focusing a lot on those animals. The Chiapas black-beaded lizard, Hortum alvarezi. I think those are really cool. So you're gonna see me showing off a lot of that kind of stuff. And then you're also going to see, as far as what I'm producing at home outside of Abronia, the last 10 years of my life, I definitely have focused on arboreals like emerald tree boas and green tree pythons. A lot of those animals that I bought as neonates are now adults, so I just got some of my dream lockups like in the past week or two. My emeralds are breeding, my chondros are breeding, so I'll be trying to sell those and just keep on keeping on. I've got that, I got the zoo dreams. So, yeah. That's about it.
Right on, man. Well, hey, thank you, Forrest, for talking to me, man.
Right,
always
man.
good to see you, bro.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you didn't pick up on that, yes, Forrest and I met on an airplane on the way to Indonesia.
He's got really cool things going on over at his place. I recommend following him over at Zoo Dreams on Instagram if you want to get a good look at some of the unique animals he's working with. You can also check out this video from the last time I was at his place in Indiana. Sounds like he's got some really cool trips planned this year, man, and I might have to see if I can stow away on one of those voyages. That would be pretty sweet. Though we did just have a baby girl, which you would already know if you were subscribed to my personal channel, link in the description. So we'll see how much time that leaves me to leave the country this year. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to Liam Armenta and Greg Touchet, a couple of our awesome Patreon supporters who help make this channel everything it can be. Also, if you haven't already, touch that like button in its special place, subscribe and turn on the notifications that you don't miss an episode every Monday for the rest of your life. Hug your loved ones close, put the seat down, visit the Freedom Breeder website, remember to floss, eat your veggies, and next week, we'll be wrapping up this series of the Pomona interviews with Mr. Phil Goss, the president of US ARC. And until then, you've been watching Triple B TV. Y'all take care. If only they could see me now. I would
Give you a little touch. Can you say something to me, Forrest?
Hey, what's up?
this year. Come on.
Yeah,
Camera one, camera two, camera three.
You say we're running over here. What'd you say?
My personal channel, cough, link in the description, cough.
Don't move, Forrest. You say I look
You gotta
tiny?
get the baby T.
I look tiny. Well, here, let's.
For the rest of your life.
That's good.
Can you see the baby T?
Do I not look as tiny now?
Austin.
But did you get the baby T? You gotta get the baby T.
I mean, I got the baby T.
Okay.
It's right there.
Noof, narf, neef, naf, neef.
I honestly don't know what we're gonna talk about right now.
Love
Love what you're doing, man.
Perfect.